Your latest movie just debuted, right? In the Valentine's Day. That was the
It did. We just had our premiere at the beautifully restored Holly Theater in Midford, Oregon.
That's amazing. And what was that? And how did it go down? Were you pleased with the reaction? Did people
We had a
like dig
thousand
it?
people in 1,000 seats. It was good. It was everything that we had hoped for as far as people enjoying it. You know, it's a hometown crowd, so it will never have that boisterous of a crowd again. But you know, they seem to enjoy it, and it was really just for all the people who worked on it and the locals too.
And what can you tell us about that movie out of interest? Because yeah, when I was doing my research, I knew it was coming out, and I know there's some more screenings planned for over the next couple of months. I mean, what can we look forward to from it? Because I know you've directed it as well as starring in it.
It was an opportunity to finally do what my wife and I had always threatened to do, was do something of our own that where there are no masters, where we are the master of our own destiny. And so my wife, I've been married to her for 35 years. You know, you get to know him pretty well. And she's like, hey, man, you're not getting any younger. So when are we going to pull this trigger? So I came up with a story that was contained, yet not contained. It's sort of a miniature epic, the life of a guy after his wife dies. Very mundane subject, but happens to everybody, and everybody reacts differently. So I thought, let's make a story out of it. Let's have a guy's wife die who is completely competent, and yet he's not. And she knows it. And she knows that he's going to be worthless without her. And so she helps guide him through a series of letters that she left for him about what to do with her ashes back through their life, through good times, bad times. And then she sort of helps him move on. So it's a love story kind of from beyond the grave. For the horror fans, apologies in advance. Zero blood, zero shotgun, zero chainsaw. I'm getting an R rating for this, for language and some drug use. That's what gives me the R rating. So it's basically it's like a Hallmark movie with swearing. It's like a Disney movie with drugs, alcohol, and extramarital sex. We're going to do some sneak previews. I love old theaters. You have more beautiful old theaters than we do, but we have a couple old ones that are, 100 plus years old. There's a great theater, the Hollywood Theater in Portland, Oregon. April, we're going to do a little sneak. Then the Egyptian Theater in Boise, Idaho. We're going to do a sneak there in May. And then we're going all the way back, crawling all the way back into the womb. The Redford Theater in Detroit was where we premiered Evil Dead. And the theater is still there, still maintained, and I'm going to show the movie there in June. Pretty much starting September, it's going to 20 cities with a very cool theatrical chain called Alamo Drafthouse. They love movies. They love movie makers. They just love movies. They were the first sort of beer and pizza place while you're watching your movie kind of deal. That they have these big tables where you could put all your stuff and eat. And they never had ads before the movies and things like that. And so very, very movie friendly. So we're going to go there. And I've known those folks for 25 years. So we're going to go there and go to their theaters. And then we're going to let this thing expand naturally, because we don't have a distributor, we don't have a studio, we don't have anything. So it's all me running around with this, it's what do they call it now? DCP, digital cinema package. It's about the size of, cell phone. I take that around with me rather than the prints, the old 35 millimeter prints. I've done that, and now it's not time to go with a much smaller thing, much easier to carry around.
Well, that's fantastic, Bruce. I can't wait to see it. I mean, are there any hopes that maybe that you bring it to the UK internationally?
Europe saved at least one of my movies, so maybe it'll shine some light on Ernie and Emma. Yeah, I'm due a European tour, so I will absolutely come back to the UK. I'll go to whatever theaters are the most appropriate for kind of a wacky little indie movie. Everyone loves to say indie. When they say indie, I'd love to find out where the money actually came from. This is indie. This is indie as you're ever going to get. It's my white pepper checks, basically. That's what this is. That's how indie this is.